question.
Oh, holy cow.
much.
Too much.
What's that?
That's better.
Okay.
Get your ACE personal, no. I don't know what I want to say. This is so hard. I'm not ready. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is 21 days until I take my ACE personal training course exam, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about the test. I'm going to tell you about how I've been studying, and I'm just going to tell you as much as I can about it. Keep in mind, as this video goes on, there will be some YouTube link cards up there, so I'm going to talk about some different YouTubers that I've watched just about this topic, as well as some very helpful videos that I found, because if you're like me, you want to know as much information not only about what's on the test, but what to expect when you do take that test. So here we go. So the first thing that you need to do in order to become a ACE personal trainer is obviously sign up for the course in some way, shape, or form. So there's actually 3 different packages that they offer. There is a standard package, a premium package, and a premium plus package. Now because I have exactly 0 background with any I mean, I didn't even take anatomy in high school. I know nothing about exercise science other than the fact that it is a great hobby of mine. So I ended up going for package number 3, which ended up being the premium plus package. I did actually decide to go ahead and take the payment plan that is offered with that package. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but there is a 4th way on how to get your ACE personal training certification, and it's actually probably the more cheaper way. You can actually go ahead and buy a ACE personal trainer testing voucher, and then you can get all of your study materials on Amazon, Google, eBay, things like that. With my package, I'm going to go ahead and show you all the books that I got right now. So this is the first book. This has to do with all of the exercise science. It goes really super into detail about a lot of things. If you are taking that 4th option where you're just going to buy the testing voucher, a lot of people say that you can actually skip on this book. It is one of those books that I feel like I would save for probably my entire personal training career, just because it goes into such a large amount of detail about the entire body, not only just the anatomy, but how things work, like your whole digestive system, the respiratory system, your endocrine system. It talks a lot of detail about hormones and muscles and stuff like that. So a lot of people say that if you are taking that 4th option, you don't need to study this one as much. Personally, for me, I've probably done 25-75, so 25% this book. The next thing that I got is, I would probably refer to this as the Holy Bible of personal training manuals or whatever. So this is the actual ACE personal trainer manual. It is very thick. It is approximately, let's see here, 800 some odd pages. So a lot of people say that you know this book backwards and forwards. Specifically, make sure that you know your scope of practice that is covered in the first 5 chapters. Know chapter 7 that talks a lot about planes and some anatomy and things like that. Definitely make sure that you study chapter 10 that has to do with the muscular and resistance training. Chapter 11, which has to do with cardiorespiratory stuff. 12 is special populations, and then more towards the end of the book it talks about business practices. The next thing that my illustrious package came with was this, which is the study guide companion to the personal training manual. So this is the study guide that goes with the big book, the big Bible. So what's really cool about this is it goes through each chapter, some of the key details that you're going to need to take away. With mine, I put in some notes there, as well as I actually have a notebook where I was taking more detailed notes. And then in the back, it comes with a little pre-test off of each chapter. Yeah, that's kind of all I can tell you about this. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you how exactly I study and how it's helping me, I guess, retain the most amount of information. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I log on to the back end of ACE. That's my study portal. It actually goes through chapter by chapter about what things that you should be reading between the 2 books, as well as it kind of has a brief lesson plan of each system that you go through or each chapter that you go through. So what I do is I usually watch all of the videos in that one section first. Then what I do is I go ahead and read the chapters and like the pages that it recommends. As I'm reading, I am taking those notes. And then what I will do is then I'll go back, watch the videos, take notes with the videos, and then sometimes, not all the time, depending on like how much information is actually in the chapter, I will go ahead and reread the chapter. So I'm reading it twice, I'm writing down notes two times, and then I'm watching as I'm going as well. I will tell you that if you search like ACE personal training test chapter 7, there's been a couple other YouTubers that actually make videos that kind of helps you visualize the information more if you are more of a visual learner. So that's been super helpful. Sometimes if I'm like laying in the bathtub or like right before I go to bed, I'll watch a couple of those YouTube videos that talks about things like the sagittal plane, the transverse plane. Maybe it's about anatomy, maybe it's about posterior deviations, things like that. So that's been super, super helpful as well. So my plan for actually studying and doing this test in about a month is to kind of get through the material as quick as I can. So I'm studying 2 or 3 hours every day, if not more. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep reviewing. And then I'm just going to keep looking up YouTube videos about exactly what I need to be studying for. So up here is where I'm going to link on some of the other people who have already taken the ACE certification test and what their best practices were for studying and the things that I found the most helpful. Specifically, there's one up here about this ACE personal trainer who's actually going to be selling her notes. They're only like $20. For me, it's honestly probably a purchase that I will be making, and I'll let you guys know about how that goes. But if I did end up purchasing her notes, I would simply honestly rewrite the notes, just because I'm a very kinesthetic learner, so writing out notes is like the best way for me to memorize things and also watch things. So I'm going to keep watching YouTube videos in order to really absorb the information. Okay, so that is how I study, what package I decided to pick, and now I'm going to tell you all about the ACE test that I know as of right now. And keep in mind, like, most of this stuff you can actually find on ACE's website, just about the personal training test. Up here is a couple more of those YouTube videos that I was talking about that they actually really talk about the test, and a couple more study tips and things like that. So make sure you look up those resources too. Okay, so here's what I can tell you about the ACE personal training test. I can tell you that is 150 questions. 25 of the questions are actually going to be thrown out. They don't even count theory. They're like kind of like testing questions. So it's like 150 questions. You don't know which 25 are going to be the tester question. So in theory, in order to pass the actual ACE test, you need to get at least 90 of these questions correct. So what's really cool about the test is once you're actually done taking it, you can actually click the submit button, and then some people say, oh, you can find out right there, like, if you passed or not, but the reality is there's actually going to be a 10-question survey, and most people are like, I don't know why they do that, that's really stupid. Hello, I just took this test for almost 2 hours, and now I have to take a 10-minute survey, like, really? Oh my god, I want to know if I passed or not. Anyway, so once you get past those 10 questions, then you're actually going to figure out if you passed or not. Here are actually a couple more YouTube videos about people who actually vlog their journey with actually taking the test. Every testing facility is going to be different, but keep in mind that it's computer, it's multi-choice, and the thing is that when you really need to study, you really need to realize, like, it's almost like taking an SAT or ACT test. You're really going to need to focus on how exactly they're saying the question. They're going to ask you what is the best answer. So you're going to need to think about maybe not what you would do, but what ACE wants you to like write down as the answer. Anyways, I hope that you found this YouTube video fun, informative, and exciting. I hope that you guys do awesome on your ACE personal training test. Like I said, I have 21 days, and I am not worried that I'm going to pass this test. I'm super excited about it, and I'm super excited to be launching my new business and online personal training and things like that. So I hope you guys make it a fantastic day. If you want to come join the journey with me, make sure you hit the red subscribe button, and make sure you also hit that bell for notifications, so that way you never miss a video from me and you can stay with me on this journey. Anyways, have a great day, guys. Bye!